But let's jump into this game. Quickly, I'm going to talk about the Timberwolves and the Clippers. You look at Amir Coffey, Golden Gopher, Hopkins, Minnesota kid. He gets to come home and play a playoff atmosphere game, sold-out crowd. Just coming off a 35-point game. Now, granted, they rested their players. He was the point guard, I think, in that starting lineup with Luke Kennard. And so it wasn't really the full Clipper, but he went out and put up 35. So 7 for 10 from the field. If you think about that, that's going to give him a ton of confidence and the coaches a ton of confidence to put him in tonight. Think about that. What would that look like if all of a sudden it's Paul George and Amir Coffey, where the Timberwolves probably could have had Coffey? That just adds more to the storyline where if Coffey comes back home, scores 35 in the same stadium. If I'm not mistaken, I think he had a buzzer beater after holding the ball forever.
Against
Shakopee. The stupid high school rules. He got to hold the ball forever until it was time to shoot in overtime. But that for me, I know that's going to be some questions, when he shows up at the arena or after the game, when people are asking him questions, interviews, how's it feel being back home? How's it feel playing a serious a playoff game in your home state? He's going to have a ton of family and friends there. Even for Gophers coach Ben Johnson, I know he's a Minnesota fan, but also he's probably he is an Amir Coffey fan. I saw him tweet about Amir Coffey. So even that's a house divided there. When you look at the Gopher fans that want Amir to do well because it's time for him to get another contract, or, you talk about the fans that just want the Timberwolves to be in the playoffs and they don't want it to be scary where they got to go play the Suns for their life. You look at Paul George, 24 points. You look at Karl-Anthony Towns, 24 points on the season. So that goes back to my 1-and-1 head-to-head superstars cancel each other out. Karl-Anthony Towns has to match Paul George's energy tonight. He has to match Paul George's scoring tonight. Anthony Edwards, that's not his job. If Paul George goes out and scores 35, Karl has to score 35. If Karl scores 20, they are in trouble. And I think that's going to be the key. You have to be able to match the energy of what the Clippers are going to bring. The good thing is they had to travel and the Timberwolves did not. They're going to have their home fans. Hopefully fans are taking their shoes off before the game's even over because we know Mark Laurie and what that means. So, you got A-Rod, you got J-Lo watching, hoping A-Rod loses. No, I'm joking. But if you think about all of that, it's going to come down to Karl-Anthony Towns. This is his moment. This is his time. He's been wanting a playoff game. He's been wanting the fans. Remember, you talked about fans, trust us, get behind us. We need you. Don't sit on your hands. This is not going to be a sit on your hands game. This is not going to be one of those games where, Pat Beverly has to talk after the game about, man, the fans were quiet. We needed the fans tonight. D'Angelo Russell made the same comment. I saw a tweet above his comment is, hey, if you win, we'll cheer. And so now they've won. They're the 7th seed as of now. And the fans, stadium should be rocking. Target Center should be jumping. Downtown Minneapolis should be going hard tonight. Should be a fun one. I got the Timberwolves winning. I know they're a 2.5-point favorite. If I'm a betting man on betonline.com, taking the Timberwolves with 2.5. I think they're going to win by 10. But that's just me.